Hello student. Science second chapter, life process in living organism, part 1. Living organism and life process. In living organisms there are various organ system which perform different function continuously. Especially in human body there are different type of organ system which perform function continuously. There are various systems such as digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, control system. These different systems and different organs, whatever internal organ or external organ, are performing their function independently, but there is a complete coordination between their function. So like that, this system is also more or less same in other organisms also. As you know that key organisms do a lot of functions in their body. These functions need a continuous source of energy. As you know, human do the digestion, respiration, circulation, excretion, control. All these functions requires continuous energy. What are the source of this energy? Carbohydrates, fats, lipids are the main source of this energy. Using the carbohydrate, fats and lipids, energy is harvested in our cell in mitochondria. But it is not only these pushed up carbohydrate, fat, and lipids are sufficient for formation of energy in mitochondria, but it requires oxygen also. With these food, carbohydrate, fat, lipid, these food stuff, and oxygen, energy are performed, energies are harvested in the mitochondria in our cell. All these foodstuffs and oxygen are transported up to cell in our body by circulatory system. All the all the function, all the system which are doing in the function in your body are controlling by the coordination, and each life process contributes its in own ways for the formation of energy. The functioning of all these life processes also requires energy. Human and other elements consume fruit and vegetables. As you know that plants are autotrophs, they prepare their food own. They utilize some of their own foods, and remaining food they store in their various part like fruit, leaves, stems, root. When we consume all these plants, so we get this store food from them. From this store foods, carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamins, mineral we get in our body. So using the carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins, minerals, energy is harvested in our body. So from where we consume these nutrients. We obtain carbohydrates from milk, fruits, jaggery, cane sugar, vegetable, potatoes, sweet meat, cereals, and cereals like wheat, maize, ragi, jowar, millet, rice, etc. And we get 4 kilocalorie energy from per gram of carbohydrates. Let us understand how get energy in our body. As we do the process of respiration, what is the respiration? How does it occurs? Respiration is the process of formation of energy from the food. How does it occurs? Respiration is done by the two process, external respiration and internal respiration. External respiration is done by inhalation and exhalation. By inhalation, air is goes in our body up to the lungs, and carbon dioxide is exhaled from the lungs from our body. Internal respiration, that is also called as the cellular respiration, is done in our body in the cells by taking oxygen. See, there is a one respiratory system of human and body is given in your body, and it can come in exam to fill up that to name the all parts of the respiratory system. As you can see in your book, this is the nose, mouth, larynx, trachea, this is the lungs, this is the diaphragms, and this is the alveoli which is present in the lungs. Oxygen and carbon, as I told you, oxygen and carbon dioxide is exchanged between the body and surrounding in the case of respiration. This is called as the external respiration. In cellular respiration, energy is formed with the help of oxygen. What is the cellular respiration? Before that, there is some question in body. How many atoms of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen are present in the molecules of glucose? Molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. Means it has 6 carbon atom, 12 hydrogen atom and 6 oxygen atom. Which type of chemical bonds are present between all these atoms? There is a covalent bond is present between carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Third question, in terms of chemistry, what happens actually in molecule is oxide? When any molecule is oxide, it gets oxygen. So, as you know that we get carbohydrates, proteins, fats, lipids from the food. Carbohydrates of the food that we consume are mainly source of energy in our body. Carbohydrates of the food that we consume every day are mainly utilized for production of energy require for our daily need. This energy is formed in the form of ATP. For the formation of energy, a glucose, that is a one type of carbohydrate. Glucose is a one type of carbohydrates. So during the formation of energy, glucose, a type of carbohydrate, it gets oxidized. By taking oxygen, it get oxidized in step by step in the mitochondria of the cell. This process is called as the cellular respiration. What is the cellular respiration? Glucose, a type of carbohydrates, gets oxidized step by step in the cell. That is called as the cellular respiration. As you know, the cellular respiration takes in the mitochondria of the cell. But cellular respiration are two types. There are two types of cellular respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. As you know that in the cellular respiration, glucose gets oxidized. I told you that cellular respiration are two types, aerobic and anaerobic. In anaerobic respiration, oxidation of glucose takes place with the help of oxygen. Means anaerobic respiration, oxygen is involved. But in anaerobic respiration, oxygen is not involved. Means oxidation of glucose takes place without the help of oxygen. Thus, cellular respiration occurs in two ways. First one is called as the aerobic respiration, that is takes place with the help of oxygen, and second one is the anaerobic respiration in which oxygen is not involved. In aerobic respiration, as you know that oxidation of glucose takes place with the help of oxygen. Oxidation of glucose in aerobic respiration takes place in three steps. First step is called as the glycolysis. Second step is called as the tricarboxylic acid cycle or Krebs cycle. And third is called as the electron transfer reaction, ETA, ETC. First step is called as the glycolysis. Second is called as the tricarboxylic acid cycle or Krebs cycle. And third is electron transfer chain, ETC. First step is glycolysis. Glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell. The process of glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm. In that, a molecule of glucose is oxidized step by step in this process, and two molecules of pyruvic acid, two molecules of ATP, two molecules of NADH2, and two molecules of water is formed. What I said, process of glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm. In that, a molecule of glucose oxidizes step by step, and two molecules of each pyruvic acid, ATP, NADH2, and water are formed. The molecules of pyruvic acid which is formed in this process is then converted into each molecules of pyruvic acid formed in this process are converted into molecules of acetyl coenzyme A. Each molecules of pyruvic acids are converted into molecules of acetyl coenzyme A, and two molecules of NADH2 and two molecules of carbon dioxide are released in this process. Now, this pyruvic acid, which it formed in the process of glycolysis, goes into the mitochondria. Then next steps, that is tricarboxylic acid cycle, takes place, that is also called as the Krebs cycle. In the tricarboxylic acid cycle, both molecules of acetyl coenzyme A, which is formed in the glycolysis, enter into the mitochondria. These acetyl coenzyme A molecules converted into the carboxylic acid. There is a cyclic chain of reaction takes place of tricarboxylic acid. Therefore, it is called as the TCA cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle. In this tricarboxylic cycle, acetyl coenzyme A completely oxide, converting into the tricarboxylic acid, and molecules of carbon dioxide, water, and NADH2 and FADH2 are formed. Now, third step is electron transfer reaction. In this step, the molecule of NADH2 and FADH2, which is formed during the glycolysis and Krebs cycle, participate in the electron transfer chain reaction. And during the electron transfer chain reaction, three molecules of ATP are formed by the one molecule of NADH2 molecule, and two molecules of ATP is formed from the FADH2 molecules. In the electron chain reaction, ATP is formed, energy molecule ATP is formed. From one NADH2 molecule, three molecules of ATP is formed, and from one molecule of FADH2, two molecules of ATP is formed. Thus, there in this process, total 38 ATP molecules is formed. Beside the ATP molecule, carbon dioxide molecule and water molecule is also formed in this reaction. Thus, the molecule of glucose is completely oxidized in the aerobic respiration, and molecules of carbon dioxide, water, and 38 ATP molecule, that is molecules of energy, is formed. In the glycolysis, as you know that molecules of NADH2 and FADH2 is formed. What is the full form of NADH2 molecule? What is the full name of NADH2 and FADH2 molecule? Full name of NADH2 molecule is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. FADH2 flavin adenine dinucleotide. ATP, as you know that ATP is the energy molecule. Its full form is adenosine triphosphate. Its full form is adenosine triphosphate. It is the molecule which is formed by bonding with phosphate molecule. In ATP molecule, phosphate molecules are formed from formed from adenosine ribonucleosides. Hence, ATP molecule contains a nitrogenous compound that is called as adenine, a pentose sugar, ribose pentose sugar, and three atoms are phosphate groups. These are bound together in the ATP molecule. Means ATP molecule is formed from nitrogenous compound adenine, ribose pentose sugar, and three phosphate atoms. While when our body need energy, as you can show in the diagram, this is the molecule of the ATP. In this, there is a adenine molecule, ribose molecule, and three phosphate molecule. These are bonded together to form the ATP bigger molecule. When energy required in our body, the The bond between the phosphate molecule breaks, as you say that this is that there is uh, three phosphate molecule. One molecule is separated from this ATP. When the bond between the phosphate molecule breaks, the energy gets released. In this way, we got energy in our body. When there is no sufficient amount of carbohydrates in our body, then energy, when uh, we are doing fasting or we are hungry, that time our body gets energy, get energy from lipids and proteins. Means our body use oxidation of lipids and protein. Lipids and lipids, they are converted into the fatty acid, while proteins get converted into the amino acid. Then these fatty acid and amino acid is converted into the acetyl coenzyme A, and from acetyl coenzyme A, the TCA cycle and Krebs cycle takes place in the mitochondria. When is ECT electron transfer takes place in ETC electron transfer chain reaction takes place and energy is formed. As you know that there is a tricarboxylic acid cycle in our glycolysis. In anaerobic reaction process of glycolysis, tricarboxylic cycle, that is Krebs cycle and electron transfer cycle chain reaction takes place. The glycolysis process is discovered by three scientists together: Gustav Emmeden, Otto Meyerhof, and Jacob Parnas. Therefore, process of glycolysis is also called as the Emmeden-Meyerhof and Parnas pathway, that is EMP pathway. The cyclic reaction of tricarboxylic acid was discovered by the Sir Hans Krebs. Therefore, that cycle is called as the Krebs cycle. As you know that in aerobic respiration, in which glycolysis and Krebs cycle and electron transfer chain reaction takes place, its chart is given. Carbohydrates undergo glycolysis. Due to the glycolysis, pyruvic acid is formed. This pyruvic acid is converted into the acetyl coenzyme A. This acetyl coenzyme A undergo Krebs cycle. From Krebs cycle, after Krebs cycle, electron transfer chain takes place and carbon dioxide and energy is formed. If carbohydrate is not present in our body, then lipids converted into the fatty acids. This fatty acid converted into the acetyl coenzyme. Then this acetyl coenzyme undergo Krebs cycle, and from Krebs cycle, electron transfer chain reaction takes place and carbon dioxide and water and energy is formed. If carbohydrates and lipids are not present, then protein, which is present in your body, converted into the amino acid converted into the acetyl coenzyme A, and it undergoes Krebs cycle, then electron transfer chain reaction. Then after that, carbon dioxide, water, and energy is released. This is the process of energy formation during the aerobic respiration from the carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. In next lecture, we will see the energy formation in the anaerobic respiration. Okay, thank you.